Unless you've been hiding under a rock for the last 5 years, you'll know that Thanos is set to be the main villain in 2018's Avengers Infinity War. Played by Josh Brolin, he'll be wielding the Infinity Stones, which will give him complete control over reality. So how the heck will anyone defeat him? Well, there are several potential ways, and that is what this video is going to look at. Enjoy! Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to keep up to date with all of our great new videos. During this video, a number of Infinity Gauntlets will be appearing randomly. See if you can keep account of how many appear, and we'll give you the correct number at the end.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Thanos first appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the mid-credit scene of 2012's The Avengers, before making his first full appearance in 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy, then reappearing in the mid-credit scene of 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron. Most recently, what appeared to be his ship, Sanctuary 2, appeared in the mid-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok. Audiences haven't yet seen firsthand just how much power the Mad Titan possesses, but Korath described him as the most powerful being in the universe, and he'll have the added power of all 6 Infinity Stones in his possession when he goes up against the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and their heroic allies in Avengers Infinity War. So just how will the likes of Iron Man, Star-Lord, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange bring him down? We've got some theories.
This is one fight you won't win. Let's head to the kiln.
The first theory is that his defeat will be based on something that happened in comics when Thanos was in possession of the Infinity Gauntlet. In the Infinity Gauntlet story arc, the Mad Titan used the powers of the Infinity Gems to become the living embodiment of the universe itself. In doing so, he left his body unattended and vulnerable, which allowed Nebula to take the gauntlet from him and undo everything he had done with it. Nebula is, of course, Thanos' adoptive daughter, as opposed to his granddaughter like she is in the comics. And she could very well be the character who saves the universe in the Infinity War movie. Another very obvious theory is that the person who ultimately defeats Thanos will be one of the MCU's flagship characters, by virtue of the fact that they're the most popular with fans, and the actors who play them won't settle for anything less than being the main hero of the movie. The candidates include the likes of Iron Man, Captain America, Star-Lord, Thor, and Spider-Man, and in the case of some of those characters, their killing blow on Thanos could come at the expense of their own lives, resulting in them bowing out of the MCU in the most heroic of sacrificial circumstances. Unless, of course, their death is later reversed using the power of the Infinity Stones, which would render their sacrifice rather hollow. Alternatively, Avengers Infinity War and its sequel will obviously see a large conglomerate of heroes coming together to fight Thanos and his forces.
Fight with me, brother, or die alone!
Not much of a threat, considering we're already in hell.
The Mad Titan's death could also come via a team-up move from 2 or more heroes. The potential for team-ups is almost endless, as it could be a very unexpected duo or group who collectively finish the villain off. Can you imagine if Black Panther and Rocket were to team up to land the finishing blow? Ant-Man and Thor? Or Iron Man and Drax? The possibilities are so intriguing. We're all really looking forward to seeing those kinds of team-ups. So for Thanos' defeat to come as a result of one would be cool as hell. And it's definitely something that's being theorized by fans. There are also some theories on this topic that are based on clues, or at least what some people believe to be clues, that have already been seen or mentioned in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For example, in 2012's The Avengers, we saw Iron Man's arc reactor negate the mind-controlling effects of the Mind Stone.
All this came from you.
No, all this came from that.
Could this be foreshadowing the fact that the arc reactor could end up being the technological key to defeating Thanos when he's wielding all 6 Infinity Stones? Perhaps Tony Stark will learn his arc reactor are just as powerful as the Infinity Stones and create more and more of them to even the odds against the Mad Titan. What about Drax?
Cease your yammering and relieve us from this irksome confinement.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with the walking thesaurus on that one.
Do not ever call me a thesaurus.
After helping to defeat Ronan at the end of 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy movie, the character played by former WWE star Dave Bautista explicitly stated that he's now going after Thanos. The Mad Titan brutally murdered Drax's family off-screen before we met either of them, and it would be fitting for him to get revenge, especially given that Drax was specifically created to defeat Thanos in the comic books.
Please, Nebula. You have known me since Thanos took us both from our homes as infants.
Nebula, who, as we've already mentioned, is the adoptive daughter of Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is the other character in the franchise who has specifically stated her intention to kill the Mad Titan. In 2017's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, having reconciled with her adoptive sister and Thanos' other adoptive daughter, Gamora, she left the titular team behind with the sole intention of killing her father herself. Given that she was key to his defeat in the Infinity Gauntlet comic book, which is something else we've already mentioned, this could certainly end up being the case in the MCU too. Thor is the only major heroic character in the MCU that fans have actually seen on the receiving end of Thanos' wrath. In the leaked Avengers Infinity War footage, Thor landed lifeless on the windshield of the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, which we imagine was due to Thanos beating him unconscious. More explicitly, Thor was seen with the Mad Titan's monstrous hand tightly gripping his skull, while the God of Thunder looked completely helpless. Could the emphasis on Thor being presented as one of Thanos' victims actually be a red herring? Could this actually be hinting at Thor turning the tables and being the guy who defeats the powerful villain? The fact that he learned how to unleash his true power in 2017's Thor Ragnarok would suggest he's certainly better equipped to do so than ever before.
Not until I make him kill you. Slowly, intimately, in every way he knows you fear. And then he'll wake just long enough to see his good work. And when he screams, I'll split his skull.
Thor's adoptive brother Loki is another character who may be the one to land the finishing blow on Thanos, based on things we've already seen. Loki failed Thanos in 2012's The Avengers, but he has since made steps towards redeeming himself in both 2013's Thor: The Dark World and 2017's Thor Ragnarok. During the Infinity War event, there's every chance he could use his existing relationship with Thanos to get close to him, before turning on the Mad Titan and saving the day. Even if it does ultimately end up being for the benefit of himself, which would be very much in character for the God of Mischief, Loki would still be saving the universe from the wrath of the Mad Titan.
Don't freak out. Look at your shoulder.
Get off! Get off! Go!
Wait, I thought Daddy didn't get scared.
Ant-Man's 2015 solo movie may just have given us some hints about how Paul Rudd's character could defeat Thanos. He entered the quantum realm, which could end up being the place where Thanos is banished in order to defeat him. Given that the rules of the universe don't apply in the quantum realm, the Infinity Stones may not work there, and Ant-Man may just sacrifice himself in order to take Thanos there with him.
Stop.
On a similar note, Doctor Strange's 2016 solo movie may also have provided some information about how Thanos will be defeated. A variety of powerful objects were seen that could be wielded by the Sorcerer Supreme, a prime example of which was the Staff of Living Tribunal. In the comic books, the Living Tribunal is a being so powerful that he can override the powers of the Infinity Gems, and the same could easily apply in the MCU with regards to the Infinity Stones. If Strange was to invoke the power of the Living Tribunal using the staff that bears the cosmic being's name, he could be the key to defeating the Mad Titan. Moreover, Thor Ragnarok made a point of showing just how powerful Strange is becoming, even though his appearance was extremely brief. He could have easily have been presented in that way to show that he is going to be a threat to Thanos in the Infinity War movie.
This is the age of miracles, Doctor. There's nothing more horrifying.
There was also something in 2016's Captain America Civil War that suggested Scarlet Witch could be very important when it comes to defeating Thanos. When Vision attempted to prevent Clint Barton from recruiting her to Captain America's team, Scarlet Witch overpowered him, in spite of the fact that he was empowered by an Infinity Stone. Scarlet Witch was herself granted her powers by experiments carried out using that same Infinity Stone, the Mind Stone, and as such, she may well have the ability to control the stones to a certain extent, which was why she was able to overpower Vision. If this turns out to be true, it will obviously give her a huge advantage over Thanos when he's wielding them all.
I'm not what you are, and not what you intended. So there may be no way to make you trust me, but we need to go.
Speaking of Vision, the fact that he possesses one of the Infinity Stones could result in him being the one to defeat Thanos, in spite of the fact that it's widely expected that he will be one of the Mad Titan's first victims. Sure, the Mind Stone will probably be ripped from his head, but that's just setting him up for a heroic rise to gain revenge on the cosmic villain. Picture it. Vision falls to the ground after having the Mind Stone taken away from him. The Avengers then mourn before coming together to avenge the android in the same way they did for Phil Coulson in their first movie. But this time, they fail. Tony Stark then equips Vision with an arc reactor where the Mind Stone used to be, and he goes on to use its power to defeat Thanos once and for all.
They were really easy to steal.
That's your defense?
Come on, you saw how that High Priestess talked down to us. Now I'm teaching her a lesson.
What about Rocket? He may not seem like a likely candidate to land the finishing blow on Thanos, but don't rule him out. Remember in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie back in 2014? He had a bomb in his bag that he said was capable of blowing up a moon. He then built the bomb that killed Ego, the living planet, in the second Guardians movie in 2017. He's certainly capable of building something that could hurt Thanos. Moreover, in the comics, he made some tech that could have cursed Thanos with eternal life, and it actually scared the Mad Titan enough for him to do exactly what Rocket asked of him, which was to let go of Star-Lord. It made Rocket look badass as hell, and that would be very cool to see on the big screen.
I am Mantis.
What are you doing?
Smiling.
Mantis is the only other Guardian of the Galaxy who could believably be capable of defeating Thanos. We would have said the same about Star-Lord had he kept his celestial powers, and Gamora has an outside chance given that she's the Mad Titan's other adoptive daughter. But neither of them have really shown anything on screen to suggest they'll be the ones to beat him. But when Mantis used her powers to put Ego the living planet to sleep, it really made you wonder just what limits those powers could have. Could they be powerful enough to render an Infinity Gauntlet wielding Thanos comatose? It's certainly a possibility.
Living, I'm not done with you yet.
The final character who could defeat Thanos, based on things we've seen so far, is T'Challa. The technology in his home country of Wakanda is clearly incredibly advanced, as depicted in the trailers for 2018's Black Panther solo movie. It could be that it makes technology like the Iron Man armors look like antiques, and Thanos certainly won't be expecting that of Earth. The Mad Titan might find himself unpleasantly surprised by what Wakanda has to offer, and T'Challa would certainly be the one to utilize it, should that be the case. All that said, there's a very good chance that a new character could be introduced to save the day in Avengers Infinity War, by arriving when the heroes look down and out, and smacking Thanos down in an immediate and impressive display of power. Captain Marvel could easily make her first appearance in the movie, in spite of what's been said by the fine people at Marvel Studios. But anyone from Angela, Beta Ray Bill, or Quasar to Nova, Adam Warlock, or Sentry could appear out of nowhere to swing the fight in the good guy's favor.
Human technology is child's play for a Titan.
And that's the end of our video. Did you enjoy it? How do you think Thanos will be defeated in the MCU? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And the number of Infinity Gauntlets that appeared during the video was... We hope you had fun guessing. Bye for now.